Hello, everybody out there. Welcome to American Equities webinar. And I am Whitney Gramlich. Hello, and welcome to American Equities webinar. I'm Whitney Gramlich, a business development specialist for the Northwest region. And today I'm going to go over with you why it's the best time to get your client into guaranteed income with an index annuity with American Equity. And I'm also going to go over with you some great marketing pieces that you can use, some sales ideas, and also ways to grow your business with American Equity in ways that we give back to you as well for more production that you do with us. So with that, without further ado, I want to talk to you about this great marketing piece that you see on your screen called Planning for the Next 15 Years. This is by far one of my favorite marketing pieces that we have out there for you to help potential clients fully understand what they need to do for retirement. A lot of clients you may see for the first time may have no clue what they want to do with their 401k. If they need that guaranteed lifetime income, they're scared that they're going to outlive their money, or they just want to protect that nest egg to pass on to their beneficiary. So with this helps with that plan. It shows them, okay, what are your preparations? What is your financial goals, your timeline, your long-term plan? Some objectives, is it to protect your principal, to generate income, or pretty much both? And some of the key factors that a lot of baby boomers out there are worried about is the rising cost of living, the global economy, and the market volatility, which we are seeing that nice, very nice roller coaster ride out there. And some of the best products that can help your clients with the majority of their needs is fixed index annuities, along with having that guaranteed lifetime income available with that product. And of course, I'm biased on this, but the best provider out there is American Equity. Our products are very clear, transparent, and easy to understand. Trust me, by easy, if I can understand it, you can understand it. And it's very cut and dry. We only use the S&P 500. We don't use some made-up indices. Ours have been around for decades, and they're easy for your client to look up to understand where their money is. So without further ado, we are going to go over the best income product that we have at American Equity. This product was rolled out in March of 2018 and really took off. And a lot of our agents love this product because it gives the client many different options to meet their goals in life. And also, we have many different options with the income rider with this product. And one nice thing is you can bring your client in and have absolutely no fees, whether it's for the income rider or for any of the indices that you choose to put your client in for that contract value to grow. And that product is the Income Shield 7-year and 10-year. We came out with two different lengths of time that can fit basically two different niches. And we'll go over that in just a bit. But this is actually our number one selling product and has been since mid last year. We are actually seeing agents that haven't written us in a while come back because we are showing in the top 3 for guaranteed income. We did hear from a lot of our agents that said as long as you are showing in the top 3 for guaranteed income, they would write us. And we took that into consideration, and we finally put our money where our mouth is, and we are very competitive now in the guaranteed income space. So the first one I want to talk to you about is actually where you can locate all this information for you and your client. You can actually give out this web address to potential clients, and it's a nice way for them to know where all this information is instead of you trying to tell them how to navigate out on our website. We created a micro site. So all you have to do is go out to Income Shield Annuity, make sure the I, S, and A are capitalized. For some reason, it is a case-sensitive website address. So make sure that you have those 3 letters capitalized, and it has just enough information for the client to understand. It doesn't get too thick into the weeds. It's just a high overview of what the product is, how it works, and a little about our company. So it's just really cut and dry. It's easy for you and the client to go out there. Now remember, this website does not have the product-specific training that you need to complete first before soliciting this product. That is all done out on our agent website. But we've come out with this microsite, and then for our Asset Shield that we rolled out with in October of last year, we have a microsite for that as well. So it's really easy to locate the information for you and your client. So for the Income Shield annuities, like I said, we rolled out with a 7-year, which on the 7-year, there is no bonus. It just has higher rates and caps. So we put that bonus back into the rates and caps. But the 7-year can also be used not just as an accumulation product, but can also be used as an income product as well. Why I say? Well, the Income Shield 7, if we do not get the product disclosure form, it will automatically get the no fee rider on it. So if you have a client that comes in that is unsure really if they need that guaranteed income, look at that Income Shield 7. It's a 7-year, but they get that free income rider or the no fee rider on it as well. So in case, let's say 3 years down the road after they get the Income Shield 7, their needs have changed and they do need that income, it is there for them. So that's one way to position the 7-year. The 10-year, of course, is going to have your highest guaranteed income because it has a 7% vested bonus on it. And again, if you are unfamiliar with vesting bonuses, that vesting portion only comes into play if the client decides to terminate the contract early or take over that partial free amount. Otherwise, on day 1, that bonus is counted into the contract value, income account side, and death benefit value. So again, the only time that vesting schedule comes into play is if they terminate the contract before the 10 years is up, or if they take over that partial free amount. And one key feature on the Income Shield series, if you ever sold our Foundation Gold, this is basically Foundation Gold 2.0. There's more liquidity available for your client and different options available to the point of no fees on anything. So if you have a client coming from a variable annuity, mutual fund, stocks, and they want something with no fees or spreads, look at our Income Shield series because this is best suited for that. So on the 7-year, one thing I really want you to remember on the 7-year is that last point down below where it says the issue age. Normally our issue age for our policies is from 18 to 80 with a few options that go up to 85. But on the Income Shield 7, this is only for ages 50 to 80. And remember, our income riders are only for 50 years and above. So we're trying to target the Income Shield 7 with that option for a no fee rider on it for the over 50 crowd. So there are 5 interest crediting strategy options. There's a 7-year surrender charge. And one key feature on this product is it's a 10% free withdrawal after the first contract year. And remember on the Foundation Gold, it was 5% you could take out but if they did not take out that 5%, it rolled up the next year to 10. Once they took out that 10, it would revert back down to 5. You do not need to worry about that anymore on the 7-year or 10-year. It's straight 10% penalty-free withdrawal. And as a reminder, since this is a newer feature that we're trying to make everything easier for you and your clients, our service department now can do partial withdrawals over the phone of up to $20,000. And we can even set up their EFT over the phone. We use a system that can verify that is them and their account. It's the same system basically what the banks use. And we can do that over the phone. And I know some agents, they like it, but then they don't like it because they want to make sure that the client is following the plan that they have in place for them. But just in case they have an emergency where they do need funds out, say they're down in Houston right now with the heavy flooding down there, or Western Iowa that's flooding again for the third time this season, and they need funds right away, they can call in and get that out, and we can send them a paper check the next day or have their bank account with their money in it by the next day as well. So it's just an option that we have available for you and your clients in our service department. So here are some crediting options on our Income Shield 7. As you can see, we make it super easy. We have the normal annual point-to-point with cap and annual point-to-point with participation rate. Now, as you can see on the Dividend Aristocrat, normally we have a spread on this, on our other products. Well, the two new products we rolled out with last year, the Income Shield and Asset Shield, we decided that we didn't want to charge the client a fee. We wanted to put more back into them. So we waived the fee. So if you use the Income Shield or the Asset Shield, you will notice the Dividend Aristocrat does not have a fee or a spread, and it's a different one we are using. This one is going to also have total returns along with the dividend. And we have a great marketing piece along with a video that can help you understand how we do the Dividend Aristocrat. Since we do not control it, it's all done through the S&P. There is a ticker symbol that you can go out and you and your clients can check to see how it's been performing. But we are seeing the majority of our agents selecting the volatility control. With the current rate environment now, this is actually one of the good ones that are performing well for clients. So now on to the 10-year. The 10-year is the one that we're seeing the most business come in on. It has that 7% bonus, 7 crediting strategies, and where it says optional income rider, where it's different from the 7-year. And the 7-year, if we don't get that rider disclosure form, they will automatically get that no fee rider on it. Well, on the 10-year, that works a little differently. If we do not get that rider disclosure form, they will get no income rider, just higher rates and caps. So remember, if the client is looking for high income, make sure to fill out that disclosure form for the income rider. Otherwise, they will not get one at all. And again, this is for issue ages 18 to 80. And it is available in every state but California. California actually has the Income Shield 9. So it's 1 year shorter and a little less surrender charges, but it still has that 7% bonus. So California, if anyone out there is listening from California, please look on our website or contact Deb and her team, and they can help you run those illustrations or get the information out to you as well, since California has a separate brochure from the Income Shield 10. And here's a look at the strategies on the 10-year. And the majority of the strategies that we're seeing agents select, of course, is the volatility control. and the annual point-to-point with participation rate and still that monthly point-to-point with cap are our three most popular. Remember, try not to put all of it into one allocation. Try and divide it up so your client has an opportunity for their money to grow. Even if you put it in that fixed account, just a little amount in there, the client will see on their annual statement a little growth. And I know for the Income Shield 10, mainly the agents are using this strictly for income, and they're not worried about what the contract value does, but there are still a few clients out there that still want to see their money grow. So just try and divide up into the different allocations so the client can see somewhat of a growth. And just a reminder, it is a flexible premium product, $5,000 to start. One nice thing on ours is we send out those letters in the 11th month summary that tell your client they still have time to send in additional funds to get another 7% bonus before their anniversary date approaches. And we do have a lot of clients that send us a check, send us more money so they can get another 7% bonus. And when they send in additional funds in that first year, you also get first year commissions. So that's a nice option that we do. But then also, as a reminder, in case you are unfamiliar with this, if a client adds additional funds after their anniversary or before their anniversary, that money will sit into the fixed account until it's time to reallocate funds. Then you can reallocate that portion into whatever strategy you like. So just a reminder, if they add additional funds after the anniversary, it will go into the fixed account. But one thing I really want to stress when you look at the maximum and minimum premiums is if you have someone that's going to be either below the minimum to start, but they want to add additional funds every month or every year going forward, or you have a client that's come into a large amount of money and it's going to be over the maximum premium amount, or if you feel that we are going to maybe question your client's financials in our suitability department, then please fill out the potential business form that is available out on our agent website. It's a mini suitability form that only you fill out. Your client doesn't have to sign it, and it will really help with our suitability department to review it. Now, if you fill it out online and submit it electronically and you get a red, do not take that as a no. Someone from our suitability department will reach out to you. They may need additional documents, maybe an updated statement for the pending account, just to see what the current numbers are, what you are trying to do for the client. If the client's needs have changed, they were in an accumulation product and now want an income rider, we may need additional information, but do not take that as an automatic no. So once you fill that out, it will help you. And if you don't fill that out and you fill out that 22-page application only to find out you got declined, this really does save you time and energy filling out that potential business form. And always do not take no for the final answer when you do run the full application through suitability. If you do get a no, contact Deb and her team, and they can get with me or Wade Eldridge, one of the regionals here, or someone in our marketing department, and we can go to bat for you. Trust me, suitability does not like to see me down on their floor, on second floor, because they know I want an exception. We only turn away about 2% of our total business that comes in the door. So we will work with you and try and see what we can do to help you and your client try and get the business pushed through. So again, as a reminder, fill out that potential business form if they're going to go over the maximum, below the minimum, or if you think we're going to question their financials. It saves you time and energy. So with that, the liquidity on the 10-year, it's so much better than the foundation gold because you don't have to worry and wonder, okay, did my client take out that 5%? Is it going to roll up to 10? Okay, they took out the 10, it's back to 5. You don't have to worry about that at all. It's straight 10% starting in that second year. Now remember, if there is money in that fixed account, they can take the funds just out of that account that was credited. So just a reminder on that. And they can do systematic and RMDs. It is an RMD-friendly product. And one nice feature on this, it does have the built-in nursing care and terminal illness rider. It varies on state, but there are some stipulations. But basically, the client can take anywhere from 75 to 100% penalty-free if they meet the certain criteria. And we do have a product brochure just strictly for those two riders. And of course you can do annualization on it, but we really haven't seen anyone do that. It's just strictly with the income riders. And what are some certainties in life? We all know death is a certainty, but if you read Facebook for your most up-to-date news, since that is the most trusted news source is Facebook, it says if you are sarcastic, it adds 2 years onto your life. So basically, I'm going to be immortal. I'm going to be bronzed here in Iowa, I swear. Another certainty in life, of course, is taxes. Everybody loves paying taxes. But there's a third certainty out there. Did you know that? Do you have any guesses of what it could be? Guaranteed lifetime income is a certainty in life. And did you know also here at American Equity that we have guaranteed increasing income? I bet you didn't know that because a lot of people actually don't realize that. And we have different ways to position our products to help your client if they want increasing income, but they don't want a fee, or they really like working with American Equity since we're really easy. And I know technically when you look at our income riders, all they say are guaranteed income. There's nothing that says increasing income. Well, we have a way that can help you with that, and I'll go over that piece in just a minute. But we have the best lifetime income solution. With everyone living longer these days, with medicine keeping us alive and well and kicking into our 100s, we need to make sure that there is guaranteed income out there for your client. Regardless of how old they are, if they're 102, they're still going to have that guaranteed income, even if that contract value goes to zero. They need to have a great product with a fixed index annuity that can help them with that. And we have actually listened to some of our top agents and marketing groups as to what kind of income riders that the agents are looking for. We have rolled out with both a compound interest and a simple interest. And when I went over about the increasing income, one way to position our products with the high income, and just to make sure the client is prepared with the rising cost of living. Let's say your client comes into you with $500,000. Well, you are actually going to do multiple cases. So you're going to start with $400,000 of the $500,000, create one policy on that, and then break up the $100,000 into 4 $25,000 cases. And let's say they're 65, they know they're going to wait 5 years to turn on income. So they turn on income at age 70 with that $400,000 that has rolled up, and then every other year thereafter, they have those 4 smaller contracts that they can turn on to get that nice increase that can help pay for that rising cost of medical, their prescriptions, anything that can help them with inflation. So that's one way to position our products for that guaranteed increasing income. And another way we're seeing agents use that is with our well-being rider as well, and we'll go into that in just a minute. But again, we have compound simple interest options, and one nice thing that I really like about our income riders on this series is there is no reset period. So you don't have to worry and wonder if the client missed that deadline to have it reset for another set period of time. These three will roll up until your client is ready to turn on income. And one thing I really want to stress to you is on that 6% compounded rider. Now, we guarantee that 6% for the first 10 years. If your client has not turned on income between years 11 and 15, the minimum that roll-up could go down to is 3%. So just a reminder that if you run an illustration quote and you choose that 6% compounded interest one, don't be shocked when you see after year 10 that 6% drops down to 3. We just want to show you that it could happen. We don't know what the markets are going to be like in 10 years, but we're just there to let you know that just in case, we may lower that roll-up down to 6%. If you are unfamiliar with how we do the fees of our income rider, we take it out of that contract value side, not out of the income side. Why? We want your client to have the highest possible income. Therefore, we take it out of that contract value side. Because some years the markets may not do anything and your client could see a 0. So their fee would be lower than if that fee came out of the 7.25% roll-up or 6% roll-up. So that's just one thing to keep in mind, and why we say here at American Equity, fees do matter when dealing with clients. So as you can see by this chart, we do have this marketing piece that is available for you, and it can help try and determine which income rider would be best suited for your client. Simple interest is going to be best suited for clients that they want the highest possible roll-up in the shortest amount of time. So by year 7 is when the simple interest and compound interest pretty much breaks even. And then after year 7 is when the compound interest takes off. So as a reminder, compound interest, we see a lot of agents that know, or clients that want the roll-up for 10 plus years. They know they're still going to work. They don't need income right away. So that compound interest is best suited for them. And in case you did not know about our no-fee rider, yes, it's 4% compound interest. It's a 15-year accumulation rate. But did you know if the client needs income right away, they don't have to wait 1 full year? They can actually turn on income just with that no-fee rider 30 days after that policy is issued. So if you have a client that just left their job, just retired, but can't wait 1 full year for that income, they need money to be there right away every month thereafter, they can get a paycheck for the rest of their lives just by waiting 30 days after that policy has been issued. And we do offer on the 7.25% and 6% the well-being rider for an extra 10 basis points. So what our well-being rider is, it is not a confinement rider. You can be in the comfort of your own home. As long as you can't perform 2 out of the 6 activities of daily living, we will help you by increasing your payments to help with care. And actually, you can use that payment for however you see fit. If they have a child that lives out of state that comes home to take care of their mom or dad, they can actually use that money to give to the child to help with their bills, since they're taking time away from their job to help care for their ailing parent. So that's one nice option that we have here. But one thing I really want to stress to you, if you've never used it is a one-time use only item. So it can only be used once. So if they use it, they tell us that they can't perform 2 out of the 6, and let's say in year 2, they tell us they're fine, they don't have those 3 remaining years left. so it's all or nothing. So when I went over about the increasing guaranteed income, one way you can use it, especially for joint payout, is put the well-being rider on 2 of the smaller contracts, so that is there in case one of the 2 spouses does need that guaranteed extra money coming in. Because if it's a joint payout, we pay out 1.5 times. If it's single, we double it until either the account value goes to 0 or up to 5 years. So that's just something to keep in mind with different options. We're actually seeing for this product, the majority of the income rider selected is the no-fee rider, and then either the 7.25% or 6% with the well-being rider attached to it, but not by itself. It's always been with the well-being rider that we're seeing the majority of our agents use. Unfortunately for California, you do not have the well-being rider. We are still working with your lovely insurance department to try and figure out why other carriers can get it approved, but we can't. So we are still working on it. Just give us a little more time. We are trying to work diligently to get that approved for you guys. So now I want to show you some great marketing pieces that some of them you can actually get customized that you can hand out to potential clients. It's a great way to grow your business. But the power of protection is by far, outside that 15 years, is one of my favorite marketing pieces. And it is very popular when I go to different marketing events and I have a booth. This is basically the number one taker of, besides taking my free promo items, is the power of protection. It really helps illustrate to the client how long it takes them to recover from a crisis that we had with the Great Depression, oil crisis, and Great Recession. Because remember, from just 10 years ago during the Great Recession, when everyone's 401ks turned into 201ks, somehow these people are forgetting that we could see that again with the current markets and everyone talking about recession and all that. Well, this puts into perspective how long it actually takes them to recoup their money when they're just in the stock market. As you can see in the Great Depression, it takes 24 years it would have taken them to recoup that money back. The oil crisis 8, and then you can see the Great Recession, how long that took. So this is a great perspective for clients to say, oh, I'm just going to ride the market. I'll make it up next month or next year. I know the markets will go up. Well, some of these people that are in the markets don't have that much longer until they're going to retire, where they need to make sure that money is protected. So with the current market situation, this is the best time to talk to those clients about protecting their nest egg, what they work so hard to get. So right now is the best time to reach out to potential clients, because you never know when the next rate change will be for the different carriers. Allianz has already done 4 different rate changes throughout the year. Athene has done 3. We've done 2. We could be looking at a 3rd one in the middle of October. So right now is the best time to talk to your clients and basically do a fire sale and reach out to those clients and say, let's get you protected before the next market crash or something happens. So just really go and talk to your clients, because actually this is the best time for the income riders that will ever be this high again. Tom Hagna was a speaker with us a few years back, and he even said it then, that this is the best time to get your clients into guaranteed income. With everyone living longer, carriers are going to have more and more money on reserve with everyone living longer. So the roll-up rates may never be this high again. The fees may never be this low again. So really look at that as a push point to get that business in the door. And I'll also give you an incentive as to why you should do that in just a minute. But how many of you have used our real benefits piece, maybe not to sell American equity products, which we would love you to do, but to help your client understand that a fixed index annuity isn't supposed to outperform the market, but it is there to protect you. So when the markets go down, you basically have sleep insurance where you don't have to lose sleep at night when the markets go down. Your money is protected. So this is our newest version of our real benefits piece. And yes, we are updating it with updated numbers. This is the current one with 2018. So we, in a few months, in January, I can't believe it's almost October, we will be updating it with the 2019 numbers. So if you really like this piece, you can actually get this customized free of charge at our home office. So as you notice in the bottom left hand of your screen, there's that big white blank area. This is where you can put your name, phone number, email address. If you have a logo for your company, you can put it there and hand these out to potential clients. Even if you do seminars, you can use this as a placemat at your dinners. It's a great talking point to get the client on track to understand, okay, how do I get off that red line and get onto those green and blue lines? So again, we have a lot of our top agents that are using our ad slicks to help grow their business. We put it together for you free of charge, and then we send you out a secured PDF document that you in turn would take to your local printers and get it printed. Now we have ad slicks out there under the sales tools tab. It's the second one down, and it's divided into two categories: generic, which is what you see on the screen now, or product specific. If you live by a military base and you want to focus on how American Equity is an American owned and operated company, we have ones in Colorado Springs that use our American owned and operated ad slicks to get the local Air Force base or the Air Force Academy people to come over and get talking about their 401ks or their retirement plans. So I know right now we're trying to make America great again. So that is a great piece that you can use as well. And as you can see, it's blown up now. So you can see how the S&P has been up and down. And you can basically use this piece to talk about the lost decade between year 2000 and 2010, when the total average for that 10-year period only gained about 2%. And you can also talk to your client about the financial crisis, when everyone's 401ks, like I said, turned into 201ks. You can explain when theirs went down, you could have stayed the same and not lost a dime and had to start over again. So again, just different ways to use our marketing pieces. And another way to talk to your client on different ways to get them to understand that riding that roller coaster ride might not be the smartest thing right now to do is tell them, what would you eliminate with your retirement money? Would you eliminate the go up, the upside potential? Would you eliminate staying the same? Or would you eliminate going down? And if your clients are smart, they would be selecting the go down one. You want something that is safe, that even if the markets go down, you don't lose a dime. This is where you bring in annuities. And we do have some helpful videos if you have clients that don't fully understand how an annuity works, or they've been listening to the TV and they hear that annuities are bad. We do have great educational videos that I can get sent out to you, and I can let Deb know and get those sent to her, that we show to some of our agents when they come to our home office, that they're just basic, that go into how does an annuity work. It's just simple, high overview, just basically the contract between you and the insurance carrier. So it's a great video to help educate, that you can put out onto your website to help educate potential clients. And the more production you do at American Equity, the more we give back to you. We have a great 2019 loyalty rewards program that this year it's not going to be based on what you did in 2018. It's going to be based on what you do right now. So you still have time to get in on this great program. So let's say you hit $2 million the first week of October. We will go back to the first contract that was issued in 2019 and pay you that additional basis points all the way forward. So whenever your first contract was issued in 2019, we will go back and then we retroact it and go back to that contract and then pay you forward. Say you hit $5 million at the end of November, we will go back again and pay you the additional basis points to that first contract issued in 2019. So every time you hit those different tiers, we will go back to that first contract in 2019 and pay you. Some of our agents are using this money to maybe put on their own client appreciation events or enhance their office or get more staff. But we have actually had more agents that are what we call win-backs that used to be in our loyalty rewards program a few years back that had stopped doing business with us are back, and they actually love this program more than our Gold Eagle program that we had a few years ago. This actually gives you more money than that program. So we are trying to give back to our great loyal agents that write for American Equity. And the more you produce, the more likely you are to get an invitation to our 2020 Producer Summit in Nashville, Tennessee, March 22nd through the 24th. If you are familiar with our March conference, we usually would have it in Las Vegas at the Bellagio, and it would always be the week of the NCAA basketball tournament, and it was always on Selection Sunday, and then that Monday, agents would be just filling out their brackets and really not paying much attention. So we decided to move it because we heard a lot of agents that said they were getting burned out by Vegas. They wanted something new. So we are taking the show on the road to Nashville, one of my favorite cities in the world. And it's just a great event. We're having it at the Omni. So you're going to be right in the heart of all the action of Nashville. And you come in on a Sunday. We have a great dinner and entertainment Sunday night. Then Monday we start at 9 a.m. and go until about 4:30. We have some great keynote speakers. We have breakout sessions. And then Tuesday we go from 9 until about 3:30. We have a lot of agents that would stay that night and leave first thing on Wednesday morning. But it's a great networking opportunity to meet some of our top agents or even agents that just hit $1 million in production and they want to know how to grow their business. It's just a great way to hear what something works for them that you may put into your practice and it may work for you. You're not just going to hear from our top agents that do $32 million a year. You're actually going to hear from agents that went from $1 million to $3 million, and then that $3 million to $5 million. So you'll be able to hear how they did it and then try and put that into your practice or see what could work for you. Now, to qualify for this, we just want you to hit $1 million in paid production before December 31st of this year. So to qualify for our Producer Summit, it always goes from January 1st through December 31st. We do have a fall conference, and that this year will be held next month in Naples, Florida. And to qualify normally for our fall conference, you need to do around $3.5 million or more. And that qualification period goes from July 1st of this year through June 30th of 2020 to qualify for the 2020 trip to Hawaii. So with that, I really want to say thank you so much for all your business that you do with American Equity. I want to thank you for your time, and most of all, send more premium. Thank you.